The young man, Denji, calculates how much debt he had left, and then goes to kill a tomato devil as part of his devil hunting job for the Yakuza. Getting paid for it, and paying his bill, he is left again with almost nothing for food. The old man that hired him explains to his driver that they are making the kid pay for his dad's debt. The driver then offers 100 yen to Denji if he eats the cigar bud, and Denji happily agrees, but as the driver leaves, he spits it out. At their place, Denji is enjoying his bread, saying he heard you can eat it with jam as such as how the normal people eat it. He then recalls when his dad died and the old man told him he needs to pay his dad's debt. He then met Pachita, thinking the devil was going to eat him, but saw Pachita was injured. Denji then offered a contract with Pachita, giving him his blood, but in exchange he will be helping him survive too, and as Pachita agreed, Denji became a devil hunter. While still in bed and dreaming how he wants to eat bread with jam, going out with a girl, he coughs blood, mentioning his mother died from a heart condition and was also coughing blood. The old man came telling him he had a devil for him to kill. The old man takes him to an abandoned building, where they backstab Denji and Pachita, revealing to be a zombie devil who turned the old man and his men into zombies as they tried to make a contract with him. The zombie devil then orders his zombies to kill Denji, and after which they throw him in a dumpster. Inside the dumpster, some of Denji's blood gets into Pachita, making him recall a memory of Denji mentioning that he heard some devil can take over dead bodies and that if he dies, Pachita can take his body and fulfill his dreams. Pachita then heals Denji and turns into his heart. Denji wakes up and comes out of the dumpster, surprising the zombie devil that he was still alive. His zombies come for him. Denji pulls the new cord coming out of his chest, turning into Chainsaw Man, ripping the zombies and then killing the zombie devil. Denji then proceeds to kill every single one of the remaining zombies. Soon after that, Makima comes and sees all the dead zombies, and upon seeing Denji, she realizes he was neither devil nor human. She asks him if he killed all the zombies, but Denji, barely standing, asks her to hold him. As she did, he turns back to human. Makima then gives him two choices, be killed by her or becoming her pet, and as a pet she would feed him. Hearing he would be getting bread with jam and other things for breakfast, Denji agrees. While riding in the car, Denji's stomach growls and Makima offers to buy him some food, and since he is shirtless, she also gives him her coat. As they stop at some shop to get food, a man enters wanting help since a devil took his daughter. Makima's udon is ready, and not wanting to get soggy, she tells Denji to go kill the devil. Denji also didn't want his udon to get soggy, but Makima reminds him he is her pet and she doesn't need a pet that says no. Denji then goes into the woods, annoyed that she treated him like a dog, and remembers that Pachita is gone. He hears some noise and sees a kid playing with the muscle devil. As the kid notices Denji, she goes in front of the devil, telling him that the devil saved her from her father, who was beating her. Denji offers a solution in which the girl runs away with the devil so that he may also be spared, but as he lets his guard down, the muscle devil attacks him. As the muscle devil destroys Denji's right arm muscle, Denji pulls the cord on his chest with his mouth and turns into Chainsaw Man, saying that he now can kill him without feeling bad, and proceeds chopping the muscle devil to pieces. While carrying the kid, Denji returns to Makima. As soon as he reaches her and the situation is dealt with, he falls in her arms as he has lost so much blood from the chainsaws. She asks him how he ended up in that situation, and Denji explains that his pet devil became his heart. Makima tells him he smells of both human and devil and that his friend is still alive in him. As he can't eat the udon himself, Makima feeds him. He asks her what type of guy she likes and she says it's someone like Denji. Makima takes Denji to Devil Hunters Tokyo HQ and explains about the public safety Devil Hunters. But Denji only thinks of what she said earlier and starts imagining his future with her. Makima gives Denji an uniform and introduces him to Aki Hayakawa and assigns him to Aki for the day. Denji starts to complain that he wants to work with Makima, but she tells him that if he does well, they will be able to work together. While patrolling, Aki takes Denji to a dead-end corner and beats him up, telling him to quit. He explains that people who became devil hunters for weak reasons are the first to die, and guesses correctly that Denji only became devil hunter as he is interested in Makima. Aki then turns, saying he will tell Makima that Denji got scared and ran, but Denji hits him between the legs. As he hits Aki, he explains that he hits guys only in the crotch and that today was the first day he felt like a human and someone treated him a meal, and he wants to keep living like that. Aki stands up and fights back, but as he got hit again between the legs, he collapses. Returning to HQ, Denji says that Aki got attacked by a testicle devil, but Aki reveals that's a lie. They explain they don't get along, but Makima decides to put them in Aki's experimental squad. Makima then explains that Denji can turn into a devil, and if he tries to run or quits, he will be put down as a devil. Later, Denji wonders if Makima is a bad or good person, but as he remembers how she hugged him, he mentions he wants to hug her again. Denji and Aki start to live together, but Aki gets annoyed by mess Denji does and the amount of time he uses the bathroom. Aki receives a call for an appearance of a fiend and they go to investigate. Heading towards the room with the fiend, Aki explains that a fiend is a devil that had taken over a dead body of a person. He orders Denji to kill the fiend and show his devil power, but Denji decapitates and kills the devil, explaining that his power looks painful and he wanted to give painless death to the fiend. He gets angry and explains that fiends are devils too and he shouldn't sympathize with them. Since devils killed his family, he wants to kill them in the most suffering way possible. Denji says that if there are devils he can be friends with, he will be, as he doesn't have any friends. Hearing that, he leaves the room. Denji then reveals in reality he didn't want to use his chainsaws as he saw some porn magazines and the chainsaws will spray blood all over them. Denji then mentions that while Aki is still chasing his dream, Denji is already living his, but it still feels like he is missing something. He wonders if Makima has a dream and thinking of her. He comments that he wants to touch some boobs. Denji then realizes that what he thought to be impossible is now possible with his current life. He believes he found a serious dream and that is to touch some boobs. Back at work, Makima informs Denji that she is pairing him with a buddy of hers for small-scale missions and warns him she is a fiend. Power then makes an entrance announcing her name. Denji starts to wonder if fiends can be devil hunters, but as he sees her chest, he quickly accepts it and gets excited to work with her. Denji and Power are patrolling, but Power, having thirst for blood, smacks Denji on the head and tells him to let her kill something. Denji ignores her and as he wonders on how he is going to find a way to touch her boobs. He recalls what Makima told him, that since Power is a fiend, she will attract attention, so they must patrol places with little traffic and if they run into other devil hunters or policemen, to show his public safety badge. As they couldn't find any devils, Power boasts it must be because of how fearsome of a devil she used to be and how devils run from her scent. Denji then realizes they can't produce results that way and blames Aki for setting him up. Power smells some blood and starts running excited for a fight. She jumps from the building and creates a hammer with her blood and smashes a sea cucumber devil to pieces. She starts laughing, stating the glory is hers. As Makima arrives on the scene, she explains it's obstruction of justice when public safety devil hunters kills a devil civilian devil hunter had already engaged. She scolds Power and Denji, telling Power that she needs to think before she acts and that Denji needs to control her more. Makima mentions that Power may not be suitable to be a devil hunter as she gets excited too easily. Hearing that, Power gets scared and says that Denji told her to kill the devil. Denji and Power then start arguing, with Power continuing to blame him and Denji stating that she is a liar. Makima then tells them to be quiet and Power instantly freezes. Makima doesn't care who was at fault, but wants to see big things from them. Later, Power sees a cat and tells Denji that she can only get along with cats, that she hates humans as instinct and devils because a devil took her pet cat. She explains that Makima caught her before she managed to save her cat and that she would do anything to get her cat back, but believes Denji won't understand such sentiment. Denji states he doesn't care about cats, but mentions that he will do anything to touch some boobs and Power offers him a deal. If he can get her cat back, she will let him touch her boobs. Hearing that, Denji gets angry at the devil that kidnapped that poor cat and decides to murder that devil. Receiving approval from the HQ for day leave, Denji and Power go after her pet. Power knows where they can find the devil, but only Denji would be able to fight him, because if the devil sees her, he will use the pet as shield. Denji mentions that he used to have a pet devil too and that he now lives inside of him, but Power finds that thought foolish as that means the pet is dead. Meanwhile, Makima meets with the higher-ups, who inform her of rumors of other nations using devils for military purposes and hope that devils remain the only enemy for Japan. They ask her about her dog squad and she mentions she has a promising one and an interesting one she picked recently, but is reminded that she must not get attached as her job is just to train and use them. Back in the car, Akihikawa asks Makima why is she so interested in Denji, and Makima explains that devils are born with a name, and the more scary mental image you have of it, the more powerful they are. A coffee devil would be weak, but car devil would be strong. She reveals that Denji can turn into chainsaw devil. Aki believes that's interesting, but nothing more, and explains that he doesn't have serious goal and isn't fit for public safety. Elsewhere, Power and Denji arrive at distant house on a small hill. As they get closer to the house, Denji wonders if she must hide and Power slips she indeed made a story that she can't be seen by the devil. In that moment, Denji realizes something not right and attempts to hit Power with his axe, while Power creates a blood hammer and manages to avoid his attack and hit him on the head. Power then drags Denji inside the house, explaining it took her a while, but she couldn't move freely. She then gives Denji to the Bat Devil as per the agreement. The Bat Devil takes Denji and shows him missing arm, stating that humans injured him and made him hide, but now he will use the human's blood to heal. He then squeezes Denji and drinks his blood, regenerating his right hand, but complains of how bad the taste of his blood was and that he now needs to eat other humans to get rid of this bad taste. Power tells Denji that humans are really foolish for believing her story. Smelling the medicine, cigarettes, and makeup on the humans, the Bat Devil decides to eat some children as they smell the nicest. Power reminds him of their deal and requests Meowie back, but as punishment for bringing disgusting blood, the Bat Devil decides to swallow Meowie. Power remembers who she met Meowie and named the cat. As it looked skinny but tasty, Power decided to fatten it and gave her cow milk. In time, Maui and Power started to get attached to each other, making Power feel strange as she otherwise had killed everything she met. The Bat Devil then appeared and took Maui and told Power to bring him blood or he will kill Maui. Seeing Maui eaten, Power turns to Denji and tells him that she now knows how awful it feels to not be able to pet your pet, like he can't pet Pochita. The Bat Devil then picks her up and swallows her too. As he doesn't like her taste too, he decides to go eat some children. While the devil flies towards the city and imagines what he will be eating, he notices that Denji is clinging on his leg and drinks his blood. Denji recalls how one time he lost Pochita and thought it may have been eaten by a devil, but as he found him he was relieved and fell asleep on the spot. As he wonders how Power felt the night she lost Maui, Denji pulls his cord and turns into Chainsaw Man and starts cutting the devil's arm. Denji cuts off the Bat Devil's arm, and the two crash through a building. Denji yells at a bystander to run away before she is eaten, causing the Bat Devil to ask why Denji would let a human get away when he is a devil too. Denji does not ignore him and punches him, yelling he will open him up and touch those boobs. The Bat Devil throws a nearby car at Denji, who discovers he can retract his chainsaws and catches the car. He throws the car back at the Bat Devil, who in retaliation uses a sonar ability that destroys the entire building behind Denji. The Bat Devil is about to eat the man who was in the car when Denji comes out from the rubble of the building. Denji takes out his chainsaws once more and begins to slash up the Bat Devil, cutting him to pieces. Power recalls how she was living freely with Maui and eating animals, until the Bat Devil came taking Maui and telling her to bring him a human. She starts running towards the city to look for a human, but then wonders why she is doing it for a foolish reason like that, but recalls she loves the warmth of the blood. Power then awakens to see Maui, which along with Power has been freed from inside of the Bat Devil's guts by Denji. She then asks Denji why he saved her, even after she tried to kill him. He responds by pointing to her chest and makes a squeezing gesture, at which she remarks that this is a foolish reason, but still states that she will allow him to touch her chest since Maui survived. At this point, Denji starts celebrating, but a leech devil cuts off his arm. Denji asks if Power can move, but she cannot. Hearing this, Denji decides to fight the devil. However, his transformation is not complete due to lack of blood. The leech devil is angry that Denji killed her boyfriend, Bat Devil, but upon taking a closer look she sees that Denji is cute and therefore will allow him to live but will kill Power and Maui. At which point Denji prepares to fight the leech devil. Denji starts fighting the leech devil, but is being defeated easily by it, which prompts the leech devil to question whether the Bat Devil was really beaten by such a weak person. The leech devil says that the Bat Devil and she had the dream of eating all the humans together, admitting that it is an impossible but sublime and beautiful dream. The thought of Denji killing the Bat Devil further angers the leech devil, which states again that she will kill Denji. He responds that he won't die before he cops a feel, to which the leech devil responds that this is a stupid dream. This leads to Denji getting angry and attacking. He challenges the leech devil to a dream battle, meaning the person who wins their fight has the better dream. The leech devil accepts this challenge and the both of them attack. Denji manages to stab the leech devil with his chainsaw but gets impaled through the stomach. At this point, Denji is about to be eaten, but Akihayakawa arrives in time and summons his fox devil, which bites the leech devil and eats it. The newbies of the squad were then ordered to aid and evacuate the survivors, whilst Haino, a senior to Aki, is tasked to keep watch for devils. Denji and Power are taken for medical treatment and debriefing, whilst Maui is taken to a veterinary hospital for a checkup. Denji wakes up in a hospital bed and sees Akihayakawa peeling an apple. He tells him that they found his arm and that it reattached itself when he got a blood transfusion, also commenting that Denji really is like a devil. Denji responds to this by telling him that he was talking with a devil himself. Aki states that this is how devil hunters fight, by making contracts with devils. Aki states that he has a contract with a fox devil. He exchanges a part of his body for the fox's power. This time he fed it some of his skin. Aki says that devils always desire the death of humans, the same goes for fiends. Denji responds by stating that Power is a good fiend. Aki states that they caught Power and Denji leaving the patrol area and that they also found Denji's blood in what they presume was the Bat Devil's hiding place. He asks him why he still sympathizes even after she tried to kill him. Aki then tells Denji that if he further investigated he would get Denji and Power put down. But since there were no casualties he would overlook the incident on the condition that Denji obeys Aki's commands. Denji agrees to this. Aki then leaves the room. Outside of the room, there is Power in handcuffs with Haino. Power states that she is innocent and demands to be uncuffed. Haino asks if it is wise to free her since if she killed someone it would be Anaki. He frees her and says that devil hunters should make use of all the tools at their disposal, also telling her that he has no intention of being friendly with a fiend. Later on, Power is seen entering Aki in Denji's apartment. Aki calls Makima asking why and she responds by saying that she trusts him more than anyone, causing Aki to blush and agree does. After the call, Power is seen to be visibly disgusted by vegetables on her food. Both Denji and Iki shout at her for throwing the vegetables away. After eating, Power states that she seldom bathes and seldom flushes turds, laughing at them for being so sensitive. Denji then has to clean the toilet himself due to Power. She enters the toilet and tells the angry Denji that she will now let him touch her chest. This causes Denji to have a change in emotions and calling Power an angel. Power tells Denji that he gets 3 squeezes, 1 for saving Maui, 2nd for killing Bat Devil, and 3rd for protecting her from Topknot. She reveals she wouldn't have allowed him to touch her, but changed her mind to repay him for his efforts. Denji makes his first squeeze, but feels something is off and then sees something falls on the ground. Power explains those are her breast pads, which make her chest bigger. Denji is a bit shocked but proceeds with 2nd and 3rd squeeze, leaving him speechless. Being square now, Power tells Denji he is lucky to touch something so nice and that she no longer needs to be a devil hunter as Maui is safe now, but as she can't escape Makima, she will help him with his job. Denji feels disappointed and empty. He does some paperwork with Makima, who notices something is wrong with him. He reveals that he finally accomplished a dream of his, but it felt disappointing. Denji now wonders that if he will feel disappointed too for other dreams he accomplished and if he would be happier just chasing them. Makima asks him what he talks about and Denji reveals that the first boobs he touched was no big deal. Makima then takes his hand and explains that she believes naughty things feel better the more you know your partner. As she explains, he touches his hands, make him touch her ear, she bites his finger and places his hand on her chest. Denji then blushes and falls back. Makima gets close to him and asks him for a favor, Denji, to defeat the Gun Devil. She explains the devil appeared 13 years ago and his location is unknown. He is a powerful devil that all the devil hunters are anxious to kill, but she believes Denji is special and would be able to do it. Makima tells Denji that if he kills the Gun Devil, she will grant him any one wish. Shocked by Makima's offer to grant any wish, Denji asks about the Gun Devil's power. Makima explains that 13 years ago, due to excessive use of guns and firearms both in devil hunting and the wider world, fear over the weapons began to build. On the day of a major terrorist incident in the USA, the Gun Devil suddenly appeared. A flashback scene shows a young boy reading with his parents. His older brother asks to play catch with him in the snow. As they step outside, the older brother demands the young boy, Teo, puts on a pair of gloves. As Teo re-enters the house, both he and the building are instantly obliterated by the Gun Devil's blast. The flashback continues, showing the length of attacks on each nation by the Gun Devil, revealing millions killed worldwide in under 5 minutes. In the present, Makima explains the Gun Devil has been missing since, leading to a banning of all firearms globally as well as an increase in the power of all devils due to the heightened climate of fear. Denji admits he struggled to follow Makima's story, but confidently declares he'll beat the Gun Devil anyway. Makima explains that small chunks of the Gun Devil's body were left as residue after its attack, and by reclaiming the pieces and reattaching them together, the Gun Devil can be resummoned and killed permanently. The scene shifts to Iki and Himeno recovering a piece of the Gun Devil, revealing that the older brother in the flashback was Iki. Denji, alongside several other hunters such as Iki, Power, and Himeno, are instructed to hunt a powerful devil within the nearby Hotel Morin, which is believed to have consumed a fragment of the Gun Devil. The group approaches the hotel. Denji and Power begin verbally harassing Iki, but are quietened when he offers them both gum for their silence. Eri expresses distrust over Denji and Power's presence, however Iki reassures him they are merely there to aid in slaying the devil and if either steps out of line, they will be killed. Iki and Denji begin arguing and complaining. In order to ease the tension, Himeno promises to give whomever kills the devil a kiss on the cheek. Eri is shocked, but Denji refuses, thinking back to Makima as his motivation and claiming that sex and relationships are only fulfilling when one cares about the other side. Himeno playfully rebuffs him, promising him a French kiss if he kills the devil, to which Denji reacts excitedly. The group move through the corridors as Denji and Eri begin arguing. Iki and Himeno discuss the other members of the team, lamenting the high likelihood of their deaths. Himeno orders Iki not to die. A flashback shows Iki being introduced to Himeno next to the grave of her old partner. Himeno explains her previous 6 partners had died and commands Iki not to do the same. In the present, Himeno senses a nearby presence. A room door opens and a small demonic creature walks out. The small fleshy creature leaps at Kobni, but is locked in place by Himeno and the power of the Ghost Devil. Power slices the creature in half as Himeno explains she gave her right eye in order to use the Ghost Devil's invisible right hand. The group continues upstairs. Power playfully threatens Kobni, only for Himeno to cheerfully threaten Power. As they reach the top of the stairs, Eri notices that despite moving towards the 9th floor, the signs show them still being on the 8th. Running downstairs to check, Eri suddenly appears at the top of the staircase. The group tests the theory, with Iki moving through rooms and discovering they're cyclical. The group concludes that due to the devil's unspecified powers, they're trapped on the 8th floor. Konbai begins to panic. Sitting in a hotel room, the group discusses how the small creature was likely a decoy to trap them on the floor. Kobe's panic continues as she reveals she only became a devil hunter as the alternative was prostitution. Power laughs at Kobe's fear as Himeno attempts to calm her. Aki notes that all the clocks have stopped at 8:18, theorizing that the floor is trapped in time, making their rescue impossible. Denji, delighted by a lack of time constraints, chooses to take a nap. Eri berates him, but Denji shrugs it off and calmly falls asleep, much to the shock of the group. Himeno rewakens Denji and informs him that they are still stuck. Whilst Aki has continued to hunt for the devil, Eri has grown restless and locked himself away whilst Kobe was forcibly knocked out after attempting to drink from a toilet. Himeno presumes power is equally unhinged, however Denji reveals she always acts bizarrely. Whilst the trio wait for Aki to return, Himeno explains that she gave Aki an appreciation for cigarettes. In a flashback, a younger Aki and Himeno discuss cigarettes, and Himeno reveals that the short average lifespan of devil hunters means they can afford to indulge in them. As the pair walk outside, a woman who suddenly slaps her approaches Himeno. After the woman has left, Himeno explains she was her ex-partner's girlfriend. She reveals she has come to expect such abuse as a way for the grieving families to vent their frustration. In retaliation, Aki sticks gum in the girl's hair, causing Himeno to laugh. At a nearby diner, Himeno asks Aki to take up smoking as a symbol of their relationship. In the present, Aki returns, revealing he has discovered the Eternity Devil. However, rather than the small and human-esque shape it took before, it has multiplied into a large and imposing wall of flesh. The Eternity Devil mocks the group before offering them a contract, promising to release them in return for allowing it to eat Denji. Suddenly, Kobe appears with a knife, demanding they accept the contract.